Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
I've built several online businesses over the years, mostly in the affiliate and content space. This particular business started when I acquired the domain, a strong authoritative domain with a sports psychology background and an excellent backlink profile. I built the business from scratch, focusing initially on SEO-driven affiliate content around supplements, health, and performance. My approach has always been lean, bootstrapping sites, testing monetization methods, ads, affiliates, direct partnerships, you name it, and growing audiences through organic and community-driven channels like Reddit, which I highly suggest for this website.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
With the birth of my third child and my time now fully consumed running other growing businesses, including a new tech startup I can't wait to launch, I just don't have the bandwidth to give this project the attention it deserves, if I'm being honest. While I still believe in its potential and have thought about outsourcing and partnering on this website, I'd rather just pass it to someone who has the time and energy to scale it. This is a passion project that's simply competing with too many priorities. I'm confident the next owner will 10x if they know the essentials like building links and publishing, or if they know how to manage a team. Again, this website means a lot to me. I hate to see it go, but I'm just too divided right now.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
Right now, I spend less than an hour a week on the website, mostly checking email or the occasional affiliate dashboard, making a minor tweak here and there. When I was actively growing it, I spent about 5 hours a week, mainly writing SEO content, researching keywords, and doing basic CRO tweaks. If I had more time, I'd probably spend it something like this: 20% new content, 20% updating old content, 20% link building, 25% YouTube and social media, which I think if I kept the website, it would be something I heavily lean more towards. 5% on tech and site maintenance, 5% outreach and partnerships, and then 5% would be CRO and maybe affiliate testing.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
If I were to keep the website, the first lever I would focus on would be link building. This is the biggest on-tap growth lever in my opinion. I avoided it due to a lack of time and some bad early experiences with other websites, but high-quality links would unlock major SEO gains in my opinion. Again, I just didn't pursue it because I don't really trust myself and know how to do it properly. Next would be content refreshes. The site has great foundational content. If you're someone that cares about crawl budget, there might be a couple articles you may want to prune, but for the most part, the content is pretty evergreen and user-focused. So I think maybe just refreshing some of that content would go a long way. Next would be YouTube and social, which I already kind of touched on. I'd repurpose content into videos, create brandable visual content, and increase visibility that way to kind of give signals to Google that we're an established brand and not just an affiliate website. Lots of traffic there. And I actually just invested in a studio to do YouTube for my tech startup. So I'm kind of sad that I now have the equipment in place to pursue this, but again, just don't have the time. Next would be email list monetization. There are about 5,000 emails, many from real purchases through one of the affiliate platforms you'll see. So proper segmentation, automation, and offer stacking would increase the LTV of these customers. Something I don't do is reaching out via email. So this is while it's a cold list, there's a lot of potential there. So I think someone that knows what they're doing with email and writing good copy, that would help a lot. Some CRO improvements. Many articles have maybe 1 to 2 CTAs. By testing placements and offers, the same traffic could yield much higher conversions. If you know what you're doing, if you're technical or you know how to do programmatic placement of CTAs, I'm sure you could squeeze a lot of juice from this fruit. And then last would be explore products or even federal contracts. As a 100% disabled veteran, I'm eligible to list the business on places like sam.gov. There's on-tap potential for federal contracts or exclusive product deals under this status, which is something I may entertain if the right buyer comes along. But yeah, so possibly adding a product, course, or even something like federal contract is something I would be doing.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
The biggest risk is basically just a Google algorithm update. It's the only risk I can think of. Like all content sites, search updates can impact traffic. That said, the site has stayed relatively stable during recent volatility and is showing month-over-month growth since the bottom it appears to have hit. So that's the only risk I can see with this business.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I'm offering 30 days of email as a baseline and some phone support if email isn't sufficient. That said, I'm pretty flexible, minus being crazy busy, but I am flexible, especially if the buyer wants to explore growth avenues like federal contracts, which would require me to remain involved in limited capacity. I'm happy to help with handoffs, intros, affiliate transfers, and strategy guidance during onboarding. There's actually one lever I really want to talk to the person that buys the website about, specifically regarding Reddit. So whoever that is, looking forward to chatting with you about this on-tap potential.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earn-out agreement?
Yes, I may be open to a creative deal structure if the right buyer comes along and if Empire Flippers can facilitate it as like an escrow partner. It's a realm I'm not too familiar with, so I definitely would want Empire Flippers to be involved so that both parties are safe. I understand this could make things easier for operators looking to invest more into growth. We can explore revenue-based earnouts or milestones tied with performance. But to be honest, without giving this much thought yet, I think I would mainly be interested if it was something like a 35% premium payout structure if I'm financing this essentially. So something like a 135% sale price divided by 12 months, or perhaps something like a 50% upfront now and then the remaining 50% at a 135% markup. And this is all depending on if Empire Flippers can remain the escrow partner to protect both of us and if it's something they even offer. But yeah, I'm open to potential other creative deals. The one-time upfront payment sounds most advantageous to me, but we'll see.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
This business is worth buying for quite a few reasons, starting with the first would be it has a solid foundation. The domain has authority, trust, and strong academic links that are still present today. The backlink profile, I was pretty amazed that I was able to find the website, to be honest. Next would be stable revenue. Despite minimal input, the site has generated consistent income, which is proof of potential, and has a lot more room to grow there. High growth ceiling, which is what I just kind of touched on, with effort in link building, content updates, and monetization optimization, the site could easily scale 10x in revenue, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that, I'm not exaggerating. I was waiting for one Google algorithm update just to make this site pop off 10x overnight. Didn't come. Then AI kind of came about, so it kind of disrupted me a little bit there. But I still think someone that knows what they're doing with building links, the high growth ceiling is there. Next would be diversified income potential. Beyond affiliates and ads, there's opportunity to create products, sell courses, or even apply for federal contracts, like I suggested. Last would be turnkey ownership. So there's no employees, it's just me, clean affiliate setup, and no shady tactics, no PBNs or black hat, stuff like that. It's clean and ready to grow, just waiting for you to come along and buy it. If I had more hours in the day, I wouldn't sell, but my loss is your gain, hopefully. And this is an underutilized asset ready for a builder.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.